plus secant x to the negative 2/3 times secant x tangent x What am I still missing? That's G prime right there. What about F? Times 3, that's my F, all over G squared, which is that cube root of all that junk, squared. Nightmare. All that goes away. That top left is going to go away because it's 0. Now, I don't want to push us too far over the edge here today with chain rule, because I could. And I'm like I said, I want to reserve the harder stuff for next test for the chain rule. So let's just try and keep ourselves, I think this is probably pushing a little too hard right now today. Try something like this. I just want you to be able to demonstrate some basic knowledge of chain rule. X to the 7th, x to the 6th, x to the 5th, all to the 1,241st power. What this is to get us to see is just an appreciation of what the chain rule allows us to do. You could, if you had enough time, take x to the 7th plus x to the 6th plus x to the 5th and multiply it times itself 1,241 times, side by side, right? If you had enough time, you could do it. Who would want to, right? I'm saying take what was it? X to the 7th plus x to the 6th plus x to the 5th, right? And raise it to the n. And then n started at 1 to 1,241, step size 1. And I forgot to say expand, so hold on. Expand. All right, so that's x to the 7th plus x to the 6th plus x to the 5th to the first power. All right? So if I square it, that's it. And you could then, after you square it, you could differentiate each one, right? You get what? 10x to the 9th, 22x to the 10th, 36, right? X to the 11th. Like you could differentiate if you could multiply it out. But I'm saying to expand it to the 1,247. So, you know. You get the idea, right? I wonder if I'll overload the computer. Who would want to do that? No one, right? No one. But you could theoretically do it, couldn't you? But the power of the chain rule is that we can, instead of expanding this, look at this as something inside of something else. So what's the last thing happening here? The 1,241. So what is the derivative of something to the 1,241? 1,241 times that's something to the 1,240th power, right? But what was in there? Okay, am I done? No, times now the derivative of what's inside. So what's the derivative of what's inside? 7x to the 6th. 6x to the 5th, 5x to the 4th. There we go. that's super clean, super easy, right? Without chain rule, that's a mess. Impossible, probably, for a human. All right, what I'd like to do now is give you some problems to work on your own to see how this chain rule is working out in your brain. So you try these. All of these, just find y prime, don't simplify, all right? And just choose what you think is best. We have like 50 minutes, so I'm going to give you a good little set of problems here. Right, there you go. There's 8 problems. It's a good little problem set. There's a bit of product, quotient, and chain in there. So see how you do. What do you say next class? We'll say the first hour will be question answer session. You think that's enough time? An hour? Well, you'll have the rest of the class for the test. So how long is this class? Like 3.5 hours? So you'll have 2.5 hours for a test. That's as long as I'd want it to be. So Okay, that's what we'll say. First hour of class, come in with any questions. If you're comfortable, you don't have to show up till 2. The test will start at 2. All right? But I'll be here from 1 to 2 to answer questions. That sound fair? And I'll be in my office beforehand also if you need help. All of those you're trying to find y prime. Yep. Check your email, tonight. I might give you a little more, guidance as to what to study. Yeah, tonight I will. Okay.